Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Articulate with Steve McJones. This is a very, very special episode because, first of all, I got a new mic, which is freaking awesome. I don't know if you could tell that it sounds a lot better, but it kind of does. And also, Lucas is here for, the intro part.
What's up?
So what happened is, Lucas and I decided to record an episode because that's just the first time in a while that we actually recorded one a while ago, and then we were outside and the trucks kept coming around.
It's like the first lost episode of Articulate.
Yeah, this is a reboot.
Yeah, sure.
The SpongeBob lost episode.
Yeah, any lost episode is doper than the ones you get to see.
Exactly.
Nice. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's way better than this content that we came up with this time. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, so what happened was this time we went to Lucas's place, and we unfortunately got a little stoned while we were... Well, fortunately and unfortunately. Yeah. Because, we didn't have a topic, going into it. We were just
At all.
Huh?
At all.
Yeah, not at all. And then I was so what happened was his dog, we'll talk about it in the episode, but his dog was in the room as well. And, I was just let's talk about dogs and stuff. And it just went off the rails at some point that the weed completely got to us. So I thought it'd be cool to just, DVD commentary over top of it. And, we're going to start it off. Do you have anything to say beforehand?
Not really. Honestly, I have no idea what we said. And that's,
I'm not responsible for anything I said.
Yeah.
All right. Lucas Stengl, dude. I'm glad you're finally doing this episode with me, man.
Dude. It's been a long time coming.
I know, for real, man. It's I don't know. I had no idea how to start it. We just had no direction from the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you, though. We, get to hang out at,
I don't know, yeah, and, I don't know. You don't want to waste time on a podcast.
Yeah, he's, in my room,
it's not
too.
even, wasting time.
It's, a weird place.
It was, a weird... We were, smoking a bowl in your room, which we usually just vape.
With my dog.
With your dog. Just there. So, you just walked your dog, right?
Oh.
Rufus? So Rufus is in the room with us right now, so if there's
Rufus, if you can hear us.
Send us a message.
We tried to kick him out. But...
Oh, we tried. Yeah. We locked him in a
Ouija board
just says, dude. Yeah, he's very resilient. Almost put him in a bathroom, but yeah, he just... I always think that's my impression of Rufus. I personally have only lived with cats before, and, cats are cool. I love my cats.
It's debatable.
I saw that on your face. Well, I love them, and I don't know, but I feel our relationship is more me loving them, and then they kind of take it, and the better they take it, the more I feel they love me. But it's also, I don't know, they don't I feel it's a way different connection with the dog.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know. People talk about a dog person versus a cat person. But I really think it is just dependent on whether or not you're a dependent person.
True, yeah.
Because that's all it is. I don't know. It's just
the dog depends on you. Or
well, no, and then you need somebody to depend on you.
Oh, fair.
It's when we first got Rufus, for example. I don't know. It was just I was kind of lonely and he was kind of lonely. I feel, and we just connected.
So right here. When you started talking about Lucas, Rufus. In the end, that's what the message of the actual podcast is, that you are the same as your dog. But, Lucas, Rufus.
You're right. We'll get there soon enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we first got, adopted Rufus, I would, take him on walks every day, at least once a day.
Yeah.
And, usually at night, and I'd take a bowl with me.
Especially at night.
Oh, yeah.
Overkill by... not Phil Collins. Anyways, the one that they play in Scrubs. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Sorry.
Damn it, no, I'm just thinking about that guy. Rupert Murdoch.
Colin Hayes. From Men at Work. I come from London.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. So I would just, take a bowl with me and, go out to these woods by my house that they've since cut down. But, yeah, it is kind of sad because I would just, sit out there for, 20, 30 minutes, sometimes just smoking a bowl before I went on my walk.
And then smoke while you're walking?
No, it's hard with a bowl. I didn't have a vape. But anyway, so I would come back after an hour walk or so, and I would just look at Rufus, and of me that when I get super stoned, I just can't think of uncomfortable things.
Yeah.
Because it just makes me like very
Like that time we were just high in the car and Tommy was just like, "Did you guys see that video of that person that got like murdered?"
Yeah, he just kept talking about like people getting murdered, like videos he saw. I was like, dude, I can't, like, we just smoked a huge blunt. Like, I cannot just like I'm like, I don't know, I can't like picture.
There was just a word. There was like a word that last time we were smoking out on your balcony. I forget what it was, but you're just like, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, it's not that like, I don't know. I think my thoughts just have more power, you know, when I'm high. Like that for me,
right?
You know, it's just like Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, another one is LASIK.
Yeah.
Like people talk about LASIK when they're high for some reason. I mean,
talk about touchy stone. Later in the episode that we're listening to, you talk about like simulation being a touchy stone topic. LASIK, dude. Like what?
Yeah.
Why do we got to bring that shit up?
Yeah, and so like I don't want to picture like needles going in my eyes, you know, when I'm like super.
Yeah.
So anyway, I would look at Rufus, and I would just like start thinking about like life from his perspective. Like he just got like, he was just born into this world, you know, and then like he's just like taken from like home to home, and then eventually just like somebody. I mean like all kennels, you know, will make up stories. I'm pretty sure just to like sell a dog or animal better. But like they told us like somebody just like threw him over the fence at this like independent shelter, and I was like, jeez. And then he's just there for like 2 years. Nobody wanted him. I mean, understandably, somewhat.
Well, yeah. I mean, you get thrown over a fence a couple of times.
Yeah.
I don't want that baby either.
Exactly. And then like, and now he's just like, I mean, all of that's bad enough, but now he's just like, he has no say in who adopts him.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's just like, this motherfucking family? Like, why?
Yeah, but then he got you, right?
Yeah,
so
no.
that's cool.
Yeah, no, exactly. But he just like fucked me up a little bit when we first got him.
Yeah.
Because like I had to like think about, and I was like, well, yeah, like ultimately it's a much better spot.
Right.
But it's just like a weird thing owning pets.
Yeah.
Because like, they're just like a little slave you keep around for entertainment. It's like the jester. You know? And like people even decide when they're gonna put their pet down. And so it's exactly like, you know, like in like Disenchanted or whatever, they have like the jester and like the king just like decides to like flip a lever and like the jester's dead. He just like falls into a pit. And
shit. I haven't seen that, but that's fucked up. But that's what our dogs are like. You just kill them whenever. Well, you're gonna put it down. No,
I was just thinking. I think I got too stoned to mention that.
Yeah,
on
no,
the
that's
podcast.
fair. Well, that's why we're doing this.
Exactly.
I was thinking, we do like a. What if we got high during this one, and then we had to like,
and then we had to do another.
Yeah, like another.
It's like
layer.
Synecdoche, New York.
Oh God. No, but the Louis C.K. bit where he talks about like the shelter dogs. You're like, this one's afraid of pennies. We don't know why, but we assume people were just throwing fed pennies.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's just like I don't know, it's just a grab bag of like all these different ailments that you're gonna get from a shelter animal, pretty much.
Jesus. All right. Yeah.
I was like, I mean, obviously he had no choice in the matter. It's just like it's like adoption, but like
doesn't like we.
It's kind of like
kidnapping
in a way.
But I mean, except it's dog napping. So does it really matter? You know, like
is it against?
We're making him adjust.
Yeah.
I mean, do? I don't know. Well, we can get into that later if it's against the law or not. But I mean, like taking your dog on a walk. Like I never even had to do that with cats. You know what I mean? Like I don't take them, and I feel like that's such a bonding experience if you do that like every day. Yeah, you guys just like get together like you said, and like hang out.
Like twice
a lot of like even relationships in general. Like you know, I'm gonna stop.
So
you guys are. Yeah, so you just like you just going on a walk. It's not like you guys like talk or anything, but just having like experiences together where it's like you know, you and I, we didn't always have something to talk about, but like I talked about that in like the music episodes. Like just anything that you spend a certain amount of time with, you like grow an emotional bond with. So,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, I hang out with the cats at the house, but it's like I'm at the house doing house things. You know, I'm not there for the cat. Well. Right. More or less. But yeah, we used to just do gang shit.
No, that's exactly what it is like, though. It's just like you go out for a walk with your dog and it's just like getting up to some gang shit. Like, I don't know. Like I talk about later, like, you know, there's like adventures or stories I have now from like it seems weird, but like you go out and smoke a bowl with your dog, like you're going to have adventures eventually.
You get high. Something's bound to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's why they call it a high, you know?
Yeah.
Just like walking together, like hanging out, and like I don't know, face other opponents that come.
Yeah,
dude. So Rufus is like a wild dog.
Oh no, big time. He's kind of like a feral dog. I feel like we just got him at like an adoption center, but he's like I don't know, just something like we've locked him in his cage before, and then like gone, wherever, and you come back and he's just like out of the cage. He's gotten out of the cage, which is like already kind of like. But like some dogs are like that. They like find a way. They like lift it up with their teeth or whatever, the latch. But the thing was, the door was still closed. Yeah, he's just like
he just evaporated.
Yeah,
I don't even.
You
know.
just like you come home, you open a door, and he's just like sitting there wagging his tail.
He's like treating it like a toilet.
Much more amazed
he like opened it, but he closed it.
I
thought it was funny now. I laughed again.
Yeah, no, it is.
What, do we live in a bond?
I was like telling it like it was and the door was still.
Yeah, dude, but what about, I don't know, what about the story where he like attacked? Didn't he attack another dog?
It's happened a couple times actually.
What? I forget, like what happened?
Yeah, he just like, so like when I'm walking him at night, like people just like let their dogs out. In or any animal really.
Just for you while you're walking by?
That's what it feels like, honestly. It feels like an attack. Like I'm walking at this time almost like every night. Like why you gotta
I take 2 walks in.
They let their
like,
dog out just like take a
shit,
piss, right?
Is he out there?
They like
All
instead
right,
of going
let
in
the
the
dog
back because it's like nighttime, they figure it's nothing to worry about.
Right.
So they just like let it out, in the front yard.
People watching.
There is something over
Yeah,
there.
Rufus comes out and like, I mean, when like 2 dogs see each other, they usually just like bark at each other, right? But like sometimes they like come towards each other, and like twice now, it's like super small dog has like come.
Of course, it's always the tiny dogs.
Yeah,
that, like,
yeah, and like Rufus isn't big, but he's like I don't
little
know,
man,
like 70, 60 pounds.
He's pretty. Yeah, he's
Strong as fuck.
Yeah, he just looks muscular. Like,
Yeah.
I'm intimidated.
Yeah, it's not just
by
a
him.
look either. Like I don't know, he can like pull your arm off a couple of times if you're like playing with him.
Yeah, that's
Nutty.
true.
He's like-
Yeah. Luckily, I know he's like dumb as hell. So that kind of like I could outsmart him if I
pretty
needed
sure
to.
is where
Yeah.
things start.
I mean,
that
you could
was
just
a
like
hit.
throw something in another direction.
Damn, you
Climb a
could-
tree if
Where is
need
it?
be,
Where
you
is
know,
it?
but
Oh,
can I
for
get
sure.
it? Yeah, but I mean, face
No,
on, like
please
me
get it.
fighting him.
Yeah, no, he's dumb as shit.
Like I'm just
No,
sizing him up. I'm sizing that dog up.
Yeah. No, but I feel like what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so like twice a dog has
Remember to
just
give
like
me,
come
like, the
up
Richie.
over to the sidewalk, and then they just like see each other and like look at each other for a second, and like everything goes quiet.
The tension builds.
Yeah, like everything's quiet. Like there's like a ringing in my ears. Like I know it's coming. And he just like picks the dog up by like its like neck or its back and just
Oh
like
my
whips it around.
God.
And like, I mean, what do you?
Whips it around.
Yeah, what would you do as like the
Like,
owner?
plays
there?
with it like a
hey,
toy.
like, yeah, just like yell at him a couple of times until he just stops because like the dog yelped.
Yeah,
and
I
he
mean,
just, like,
to be fair, I don't
decided
think
he
he
was
stops
done with it
because
at the
of my
moment.
yelling. I think
and
he
then
just
like
is
He was
it's
done
still
with it.
yelping.
Yeah.
Like, one of the times the dog was still yelping, and like the owner came up and like picked it up,
Oh,
walked it
did
home.
Rufus get the owner? I feel like that.
No, he's not like
He should've.
aggressive towards humans. It's like only
He could've.
Oh,
It-
exclusive.
Yeah, it's not even like other dogs. It's just like when he knows he could take them.
Does he? So yeah, what's he like around bigger dogs? Have you passed bigger dogs before?
So we're still
Yeah,
talking
he's
about
he's
pets
still
at this point.
aggressive.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we haven't
Well,
quite
they just like
lost track
stare at
of
each other, and then like I don't know who barks first,
Was
you
it-
know, and then they just like start barking at each other.
This is
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's just dogs.
Yeah, in
This is
general.
real
So yeah, getting
I feel
back
like
to
it's-
generally, just dogs in general. Like
Or
I don't know, like
Interesting.
that's the other thing is like I feel like they're more passionate than cats. You know, I feel like cats are very
Yeah.
like passive in a way. So like they can like love you and like they are dependable on like they depend on you.
Yeah.
I mean, my cat depends on me, but like he doesn't
But-
act like it. You
Yeah,
know?
but like it, yeah, he kind of just depends
not
on you
big.
for like food and like cleaning his litter.
Yeah.
But like even if you didn't clean his litter, he's gonna shit anywhere, right?
Mhm.
And then even if you didn't
You're
feed him,
still
like he's
a bitch,
gonna
though,
find
as the
food.
owner.
But
Yeah.
like dogs need companionship.
Yeah, they need
It's just
somebody
like
to
the
look out for
just
them.
like the people who get dogs, you know, like they need companionship.
Yeah.
I feel like at the moment. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always looked down on like people who like train their dogs from like a very young age because it's like, come on, it's like a dog, like let them be like a fucking
childhood
dog.
is still precious, even in animals.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's like, I don't know. At a certain point, it's like it's probably the better way to go. Like my dog's a bitch.
That's fair.
A lot of the time,
Yeah, true.
So if they listen to you, it's kind of better.
It's a better adult life. It's like planning early, and then
You're right.
That's what.
Yeah.
So that's another thing is like, do you think that your dog's personality like reflects yours at all? Because I've heard that's like a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I feel like it like almost completely does. Maybe not like my like personality, but just like who I am. honestly.
Like,
Like,
how do you mean? Because I don't
I-
really. He's like, I mean, you're not
Yeah.
that aggressive.
yeah, that's fair. But
or
like,
like just insane.
I don't know. I feel like
or you might be. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're like when I'm not around.
fair. No, but that's the thing. Like, he just does it in like certain circumstances.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess you could just take. I could also just be taking like what I like of him, or like what I don't like about myself, and just like reflecting,
Definitely
projecting like back from him onto me, or
Yeah.
vice versa. But,
Yeah.
I also feel like he's just like super intuitive. Like, how do you get out of a fucking cage?
Oh,
he's so
Yeah,
my
and-
dog
and-
that
and
my
then close it.
personality
Yeah,
is
that's
in is really
So
intuitive.
you do think
I'm
He's
he's
like,
really-
smart?
he's
I'm
really
too
smart.
high.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just like I'm not like, my dog's not the smartest dog.
Yeah.
For sure.
You cover
saying,
yourself.
but I don't know. You're an intelligent dude, but I guess you don't then pass that
Yeah.
that intelligence onto a dog.
Yeah.
Dude, that's something that I've like thought about, like seriously considered. Like, you know, a baby is something that's dumb as hell, like immediately, right?
Oh, yeah.
And like we have to teach it everything. So it's like, I don't know. Like, you can teach monkeys and like, why couldn't I teach a cat to be able to like communicate? You know, people teach their dogs like
Yeah.
with a hand motion how to
Yeah,
communicate.
I think it's like behaviorism, right? It's just like you could teach anything, like anybody, anything,
Yeah,
if
once
you
you
like,
get into
had
the
enough time
psychology
and
of
like, all
animals,
the
you know.
resources.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
if
just
that's
off
the
completely
rails
true,
pretty
'cause, like,
quickly.
some of it's still up to nature.
It's
Right,
understandable
exactly.
now.
I mean, it just depends on like
Yeah.
the size of your brain or something.
Yeah,
Not even that, but like how your brain
Yeah.
connects or something.
but also like I feel like dogs just don't have the need for, or pets in general. Like, they've gotten as far as they have because like it works, you know. They don't have
Because
the
it
need.
works.
They, like, the relationship doesn't have the need for the language. Like,
Damn. Dude, do you
like,
think
it's
like their goal in the end was to just be able to like get fed and get taken care of?
yeah,
And that's what we're trying to do too, without even like without having to work.
you're
So
right,
they just
dude.
sleep all day.
Damn, that's what God is. It's just like
God is
There it is.
is the person that's like taking care
Yeah,
of
it's
us.
just like
Damn,
we're
that's some deep
domesticated by
theology
God.
right there.
Damn. Well, I mean, I wish we would do a better fucking job, dude. We need
Yeah.
a different.
More entertainment.
Dude,
for
do you
sure.
think we reflect our God, like us as a society?
Damn.
I mean, maybe.
Wait, no,
Weird.
no, for sure, actually. Because like,
I mean, we have to because
yeah, if you
even
look
if
at all
it's
the
even
gods,
if it's just like a work of art, you know, that's the God like projecting what his work of art is into like how society turns out. But then, at what point do we become like not his thing anymore? You know, like not
Yeah.
his. Because
yeah,
if
I think it's once they like.
he left us, he was like, "All right, this is where I wanted it."
Yeah.
2015.
No,
he
but
was
you
like,
would
"All right,
you would think it would be like the equivalent of like when a dog bites your child, like that's when you get rid of him, right?
right."
But like it would be
Yeah, I just feel like the equivalent of like, you know, a dog biting your kid or something would be like, I don't know, say your priest fucking your kid.
That's where the God.
That's where you start to like question God. I mean, like,
Yeah.
wait, what's like?
Yeah, so
What's he doing
that's
here?
what. Yeah, but so how do we get from God or from God being our owner as a dog to at what point does he let us go? Does he let us like free?
Oh, I think because like I don't know. You just said it.
I know it kind of just like came up, but we were high, so I mean, this is just
Yeah.
like a high thought.
I think so. Like God and dog, we were, you know, paralleling them.
Right.
Is that weird?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, we were comparing them, and then so we were saying, you know, we give like us at least, like we give our pets like pretty good lives.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. Sometimes life it feels like God's like cutting us short. Like
Yeah.
we could have like way better entertainment. We could have like
True.
motherfucking flying
Maybe he just
cars.
gave up as like an owner, and it was just
Yeah.
like, well, here you're
True.
free, like saying
Or-
we're free,
yeah.
and like go, you're free now, but like as a good thing. But then we don't. We've been trained as dogs our whole life.
Yeah,
like,
but then why didn't he like destroy the world in like World War II or something? Like
yeah, well that's
like
what I'm
it's-
saying.
now he's just like a neglectful parent. Like
Yeah.
like
Well,
just doing
right.
drugs and like drinking all day, and it's like I don't know. There's fucking food in the fridge. you know?
There's food in the fridge. Figure it out,
Oh,
or go over to your friend's house and have his mom get you something. Like,
yeah, that's how it feels though.
Buffalo chicken.
Honestly,
No, but that's what I'm saying. So as opposed to, so that we kind of like figured it out. So as opposed to like, you know, living as you just, it's just like an owner that becomes like, okay, I can't afford this dog anymore,
Yeah.
or something. They're just like, all right, well, instead of putting it down, which he should have done, which God should have just put us down, that he just like left us to do whatever. He's just unattended, basically. It's like leaving a dog out in the road. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's not gonna end well, probably.
yeah.
Best case scenario, it becomes like
one of the top like scavenger dogs, you know. Like
That's the best case scenario.
That's the best case, exactly. Well, I guess, I mean, well, think about it. The other best case scenario is like getting domesticated again and becoming a slave for somebody else.
Yeah, true. I mean, feral animals are wild. Yeah. They just like, I feel like they're living, otherwise like they're having a good life. Otherwise, why would they?
Because well, do you think so? Because they don't have like a constant source of food, though.
I don't know. They look gnarly though.
They do. That's so. What leads you, based off of their appearance? I think you can suspect that their life has been pretty rough, right? Is that
that's
fair?
Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But anarchy, dude. So it's like dope, but it's tight.
Like if dog like killed one of your parents or your grandparents or your children.
That was supposed to be God. Then you would get real. You wouldn't just put him down.
Dude, the
I
Amish.
think so.
Oh no! It was dog.
An Amish person.
Because dogs.
Right? They don't.
Oh,
the
Amish.
They send them like a nice letter.
The Amish of it all.
And like they're religious as fuck. Like it's
So you don't
different.
think Amish people get in fights? Like in?
I'm not saying they don't get in fights, but generally no. If they don't get mad when somebody kills their, like they still believe in God when somebody literally kills their children or their wife. Like
really?
I don't know. I feel like that's like another level.
Layer to it. Yeah, I didn't know that, dude. But
yeah, but you know what else is crazy?
What?
God and dog. They're palindromes. I don't know. It's fucking wild.
Dude, you're...
Think about that for a minute.
just let that one sit, dude. I don't know. I don't understand. Like, so Amish people, I'm still stuck on this one. So they let people, like, other people kill their children?
Well, it happens, right? Because
that's what, you didn't specify. I feel like you didn't
clarify
that they got hit by a car. It was just like, they just kill, like, people kill Amish people. And then they sympathize with them.
No.
Okay.
No, but I'm saying, like, even like, I don't know, if somebody hit my kid in a car, I'd be like, well, no, they were texting. And, like,
yeah.
I just saw this documentary, and, like, part of it was about this real fucking guy, and he was, like, telling you, like, how his day went this one time, and you find out that he hit this Amish family. And he was like talking about how horrible it was, and he was crying, right? And then he like reads a letter that the Amish family sent him after.
Oh no!
And it was like
completely like apologetic or like
not apologetic, but just like kind of
sympathetic.
Very sympathetic.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of just dismissive of the whole event, though.
That's crazy.
It was just like no, it happened, and it's just another event.
What if it's because it was a car? They have to just like say that they got killed in like a random natural accident or something. They just have to like. They just forget that it was a car. They're like, he's just gone now.
Yeah, they can't like.
I see what you think.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's definitely not how it works.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if it works like that in all cases. You know, like they might persecute. Or,
that was
like,
just like maybe like one example.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I feel like it's also, like, some people still go on believing... But, like, the point is, people go on believing in, like, their religion despite terrible things happening to them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, what kind of religion is that?
I don't know why that's the point.
That's what...
but there it is.
So that's like us being the dog to God, right?
There it is.
It's like, if you
you had it.
Rufus would just have to, like, accept that. And, like, he would just be like, all right, well, I guess this is what we're doing now. Yeah. So it's like God.
Yeah, but
he has like hurricanes and shit.
And even extra layer though is like we didn't create like dogs.
True.
So.
They might think we did.
He's like, I mean, we definitely like. I created my dog's surroundings.
True, but we definitely tamed the dogs too. They were like wolves at some point.
We did actually create them. You're right.
Yeah, in a way.
I take that back.
Yeah, I take that back. Yeah. We did create.
I take that back.
But I mean,
we all for it.
And that's the thing. We created them in a way where we like stopped them from doing their natural thing, right?
Yeah.
And then we made them into this thing. But is it for the betterment? Because that, like we were talking about, is like they just get fed. They just get, taken care of. Sometimes they get fucked over with bad owners.
Yeah, but even then, if you have a bad owner for a pet, like that beats them or whatever, then like you're still creating them because then it's like they're not gonna bark or they're not gonna they're gonna react differently to stuff, and then like in the future they're gonna be super tentative around like people that look like that person. Or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you definitely create them. It's like by creating their surroundings, you create them. On top of them not being
domesticated.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
no, I mean for the most part, I feel like it's pretty even. Like I don't know, people like
the relationship.
Yeah, like for most pets.
That's fair.
I mean, unless like you treat your dog shitty or your pet shitty, and it's like when you're like using like pronouns. You're like, they, the pet,
pet,
not dog.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Too specific. No, but like you're paying like using part of your paycheck to like buy them food and toys and shit.
Yeah,
and
that's true. You're giving them love, and then
and then like.
So do you think God, like,
is there like a credit and debit with God?
Credit with debit. Does he get as much out of us as we? Do we get anything out of him? What do we get from God?
I mean, I don't know. You have that faith, honestly.
The faith. Yeah.
I feel like that's what you get. Like, you kind of generate it for yourself in a way. I don't know. We don't have to get into it. I just feel like that's
my idea.
Kind of like the basis of faith. Because, like, that's what...
And, like, the hope that there's something
when you're only when you're
I
have a different religion.
Like, there's the Holy Spirit.
Theology?
Right? The Holy Spirit, right? That's 1/3 of it. Nobody talks about that one.
I did want to say.
Like, what is that? That's something that's supposed to be inside of you. And that's, like, to me, that's what faith is.
I didn't know what it was.
So, like, once you find that, like, light that guides you to what, like I don't know. It's kind of like
whatever.
Seeing a spotlight on shit.
So, like, I mean, people obviously talk about, the Holy Spirit. Like, you grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not that I understood it, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, I heard it in my church as well, growing up, but, like, they just didn't...
They're the Father, the Son, and then there's other things.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, well, what is it? And it's like, it's everything. And you're like... And they're all three, they're the same thing.
Like,
same thing. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Well, a father and a son are obviously not the same thing.
That gives you, like, something, like, the Father and the Son give you, like, a physical thing to embody this, like, idea in.
Yeah.
But what is the Holy Spirit? It's, like, you're trying... I feel like the point of the whole Father, Son, Holy Spirit thing is to make it easier for people to understand the religion.
Yeah.
When in actuality, it doesn't. It just confuses everybody else more.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like, well, I just love God. I love Jesus.
Yeah, no, I don't understand what it is, though. I don't think, like, many people do. That's why it, like, fascinates me, because, like,
True.
I feel like that's what you're supposed to, like, get out of religion. And, like, in a way, if it's just this, like, mystical feeling or, like, the Holy Spirit, if it's, like, I mean, think about, like, a ghost or something, like, going through you and, like...
It is called the Holy Ghost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like it's just, like, faith people have and, like, within them.
Yeah.
And then you kind of, like...
Generate it through learning about this stuff or just through day-to-day life?
I don't know. I guess it depends per person. It definitely differs from person to person.
That's fair.
Like,
I mean, people feel faith in different things.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, religion just affects people and they, like, all differently. And they, like... I don't know, go through different channels for it, or like, I don't know.
No,
they'll work at their church, like some people will like take care of like, I don't know. They just do different shit.
No, they just do different shit to like follow that feeling.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what about feelings like that, like of faith that are bad? Like people get that about like, oh, I should kill that person. Like I should really fucking and then that's where the Catholics are like, well, that's the devil like telling you to do that. I'm like, so what's the difference between the devil and the Holy Spirit? Like one's just good and one's bad. Yeah. And then how does free will?
Well, and who decides good and bad? I mean, obviously, like
true.
It's not hard to say like taking somebody else's life is obviously bad.
It's bad morally.
Yeah, but then like I don't know.
You know
if
that person like was the person that you're killing didn't kill like 5 other people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the bar before I left for break, this guy was like, he was just a creepy dude that was. I hope he
usually hang out at bars.
Yeah, he was there like when I got there at 2, and like the bar's technically open, but you shouldn't come to a bar.
No.
2,
never.
Yeah. So he was there at like 2:30, 3ish, and it's just me and him because nobody else is in there.
Oh.
So you like have to do you have to do the conversation thing, and he's just like, "Have you been a good boy this year for Santa Claus?"
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, and I was like, I literally said this to him. I was like, I don't know, because I haven't even thought about that concept in forever. Like, the concept of being good and being bad. It's just like, I just do now. Like, I don't rack those things up over the year.
Did you know that whole, like, myth? I mean, not Santa itself, but, like, the idea of, like the surveillance state of Santa.
Oh,
like, the elf on a shelf and shit. It's, like, all just,
that.
like, promoting for kids that, like, you're going to grow up to live in a surveillance state. Or you're like constantly monitored and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about it that way. But
yeah.
I know, I agree. I hadn't thought about it like in years either. And then like this holiday, I started like listening to podcasts and shit, and people were talking about their kids.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Did I do good things this year? I wouldn't know if I did or not. Like I don't remember. I mean, I don't even know what counts as bad. That's the whole point of this. It's like I just
no, like you said though, like
like the Catholic Church just, I mean, for an example, uses like the devil and God, and it's like, well, they're both inside of you, and you just have to like decide which is which. And it's like, well, how does that help me? That just makes everything more like I already have like drives, you know, like for like to do things and like different actions, but like now I have to decide if they're good or bad, like intentioned. Like what the fuck?
Oh my god, it's too much. Yeah, it's just too much. And then throw Santa in the mix, and we got the Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Was that all in the weird guy though?
Huh?
Was that?
Oh yeah, that was all. It was just like because it actually like stumped me for a second. I was like, I don't know, have I been a good boy this year? Which was kind of fucked up, but also.
Did he look like an elf?
No, he looked like
an old elf.
Basic creepy old dude. I wish he looked like an elf. That would be nice. Did he look like an? I just got what you were trying to get at with that. All right.
I feel like if like you like fully attune to it, it's just like how you can like, float with fucking meditation if you do it long enough. It's like in my mind, I feel like you just go out into the world and there's like a spotlight on like everything you're supposed to do. The right actions, you know?
Yeah, through faith.
Yeah.
Damn. So I don't know. So is that just what makes you happy? That spotlight?
It could be. But also,
like, how do you figure that out?
Yeah, then you get into like hedonism too.
What's hedonism?
It's like you're just like you're driven by things that like you just like I don't know, like orgasm and fucking
like
drugs.
Narcissistic. Like you mean? Did you say heathenism?
No, hedonism.
Hedonism. Oh, okay. Because heathen, like you're just being
heathen
at that point.
It's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much heathenism.
Yeah, hedonism. Huh. That's.
You can say it either way.
Yeah. Is hedonism the same as narcissism?
I don't know what hedonism.
Yeah.
No, not really. Narcissism is like you're driven by like, just in a way it might be.
Yeah. What's the difference?
It's just like self. I don't know.
Jamie, look that up.
Hedonism, noun, devotion to pleasure as a way of life.
Is there another one?
Oh yeah, there is.
What's the other definition?
I have to type in the word. Narcissism is the inordinate fascination with oneself, excessive self-love, vanity.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's not worth it at this point, but that's fair.
It is now, though.
So, if we, technically, I mean, look at dogs as like, this is going to be a stretch, right? But dogs as like computer programs. It's like you want it to run smoother and faster every time. So what if like us, as like a simulation, this is like we're only like the beta version or something.
That was a stretch.
It feels like that because it feels like we're running into nowhere.
Yeah, it could just be the simulation too, though. Like it's gone on long enough.
It's gone on long enough.
If
quite
you
a
ask
bit.
me, it's
Quite a bit.
a little outdated.
For a minute, dude.
I have no clue. I mean,
you were the first one, actually. I don't know if you knew this or not, but the first one to like bring in the simulation theory into my mind.
Damn.
And like,
what if I made the simulation?
Like,
Damn, you did make it, dude.
And I didn't want to accept it, dude, because I was like so conditioned.
It's sad, yeah.
I was so conditioned.
It is sad.
Yeah, as a kid.
I wanted to respond to that. It is sad. Yeah, but I went on talking about how I was conditioned.
Even if you were trying to tell me about like.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It does hit.
You know, Jewish.
It's like you're like falling out of your adolescence.
Yeah, obviously I still remember it that like moment.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
true.
It
was
like there's nothing.
Because I remember like looking up at the stars when we were talking about it.
Yeah, so when we were like 15 or 16, whatever, we started smoking weed. You just would like pull that shit out of nowhere.
Yeah,
dude,
like, I found
in 30 years, that's what you said. In 30 years, we're gonna have a computer program.
You're right, dude. It's true though. Like,
what do you know? What the exact fact is?
It's not really like a fact. It's just a philosopher that came up with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Honestly, now talking about it,
We still
He's
smoke?
he was on the Joe
Recently, in the
Rogan
last
couple years. It
podcast.
pisses me
Yeah.
off just because it's
philosopher.
become such like a almost
Nick
like a hot
Bostrom?
button topic with
Nick
stoners.
Bostrom?
And it's like,
Really?
I'll
yeah,
remember
not
now
even
when I go back to
it's
it.
like,
True.
it's just like the multiverse. It's like the same type of thing. People just like they're like, well, we're in a simulation, so what does it matter?
Oh, this is
It's
where
like,
I get
they
it
get
just-
pissed about
Yeah,
it?
it just like not pissed. It just creates like nihilism. Like that you like don't want to do anything for like a reason. You know,
Yeah.
you may as well just like I don't know. It's just
fuck it and
Yeah,
like,
it just-
smoke weed.
yeah. It's like another tangent, but it reminds me of just like capitalism because it's like talking about just like going for like
where's
all this like
you
just
stop
like all
it?
yeah. Well, not even that. It's just all of your.
So would you care to explain how you went from what was the simulation theory pissing off stoners to capitalism?
No, yeah. Okay. So I don't think it pisses off stoners. It pisses me off when stoners bring it up.
Oh.
Because for one, it gets like attributed to Elon Musk for some reason.
Right.
Just because he talks about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you got.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I mean, and so it just pisses me off because it's always brought up.
Right.
You know, it seems like you said, it's like a hot button.
Oh,
topic.
so like capitalism is like a hot button for people?
No, it's a hot button for me. That's why it was
opposite.
Yeah. To be honest, the reason it was brought up is because I consider myself a leftist. You know,
a communist.
Yeah, exactly. A Marxist maybe. And so like it's
one
just
of the good ones.
Yeah, if I'm in like a talkative mood or like a chatty mood, you know, which we were obviously with a mic in front of us, and then I get just like a little stone, just a bit. You know, then I just like to go off on it.
Yeah, it's like those old drunks that just like
exactly.
Nobody prompts it, but they're just like, well, you know who fucking sucks? Yeah. Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah.
No, but also I do think,
or they ask you, have you been good for Christmas? Have you been good for Santa? Anyways.
Yeah, no, I do think that like. It pisses me off too when like the simulation theory is used as like an excuse to just do nothing or like you know, nothing worthwhile at least.
Right.
And so it kind of like creates like a nihilism, like I said. Mm-hmm. And then I also do believe that like even sober that like so I compared it to capitalism because I think capitalism kind of like
promotes that.
Yeah, that same ethos, like the same idea of just like. Well, it's like, I don't know, just like all self-interested, right? You like, I mean, that's kind of what capitalism is, right? It's just like going for like the best, like, I don't know, it's just, it's like greedy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's what the whole point of
and I think you say that too.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah.
No, you're right, it's not, but I think just that greed, that it's like necessary in capitalism promotes a nihilistic view of a lot of things. Because then you're like, well, I mean, why would I give money to somebody? That's how like, I buy things. And it's like, but like a lot of people, like, I don't know, there's just like people that don't have access, you know, to food and shit. So it's like, there's good reason to donate money or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just kind of promotes like it's like, I don't know. It's the same reason like how you see like people, it's another tangent, but you see people like trying to promote, you know, like divesting their money from coal companies, from oil companies, because like, you know, it's bad for the environment, right?
Yeah.
It's extractive for the to the environment too, like the people who live there. And I don't know why I just brought that up.
Well, divesting. So I mean, is that still considered?
Oh, but those companies still continue to like extract resources from the earth, right?
Right.
Like continuously.
So they still do it whether people have stocks in them.
Yeah, and it's like they have kids likely, right? And that are probably like older because like CEOs are old as shit.
Yeah.
But then they have grandkids. They have kids and grandkids likely, and like they don't give a shit like what they're doing to the earth for those
their
future generations. You know, for like their like literal children.
Their grandkids.
Yeah,
kids,
progeny. And like I don't know, it's just nutty to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I compared them, but also
fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, fuck like Elon Musk, musky ass people who supporting him too.
Musky
ass.
True.
Greedy thoughts, like you're supposed to like go into them, you know, like that employs like a narcissism. Like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a tangent.
No, that's fair. I mean, it's a little... Yeah, I mean, I don't think... Like, the point of capitalism is to be nihilistic, I think.
No, yeah.
Like, at some point, they were trying to just, like, do it for...
the conversation. Like, not the point, but, like, the idea of, like, the invisible hand, right?
Yeah.
It's just, like, supposed to, like, direct everything. And, like, I feel like that's just, like... It's like, oh, if everybody just does what's best for them, then it'll turn out fine, and it's like it won't.
Right. And that relates
and then the narrative
to the simulation through how again? Like the nihilism.
Oh yeah,
the nihilism factor.
Yeah, I feel like just recently people have been like coming up with like they're just like, well, we're in a simulation, so what does it matter? It's like I can do anything, and it's like well, I mean, like people are still people, you know.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, like you shouldn't like kill a dog. Or
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I retract that.
Yeah. And like, or even if you're in a simulation,
I mean, you still got to make what you have like count. You know?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Because
and it's like you still have your family, and like even though it's your family in the fucking
simulation
simulation,
family,
yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm still not gonna like.
we were. If you don't realize that, if you don't know for a fact that it's a simulation,
yeah,
then it's like that means that emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, and
which
here's
is
the
kind
other
of like
thing.
God.
You're right.
Bring it all.
Yeah, bring it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Well, that's what I kind of got started on.
I don't know.
That's where we kind of came from. Is like, I mean, in a way, if
That
we
didn't
are
make any
simulating,
sense.
we are our
We
God.
were both like, bring it.
But
Bringing it all back together.
Say,
Like, what? Let me say something real quick though.
okay.
I just get pissed off about talking about the simulation theory like now.
Oh, here it is.
Because everybody attributes it to Elon Musk.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't Elon Musk. Like he
Yeah,
talks
fucking
about
Elon Musk.
Yeah, fuck
Shit.
it. That's the main
He talks
point
about it,
of the
but-
whole thing.
If,
No,
if there's one
even
takeaway
Alan
from this
Watts,
episode,
like, I listen to
Fuck
his
it,
thing.
Elon
it's a
Musk.
popular topic. Like just
Dude.
because one guy, like famous guy, like
That
Yeah,
only
one
develops
famous
I don't
apps.
know, people just
apparently.
like
Think he came up
Yeah.
with it.
people.
Just
Did
look
he
at
think-
research a
I bet he
little
was
bit
like
more,
a
just go a little
co-founder.
They
deeper.
used to fucking love Elon
Everybody
Musk.
would-
Honestly,
yeah.
this type of
Did he
people.
fully
Those-
pass
Like,
Like, what can you do?
Yeah.
There's no.
There's
you
no
can't- you
answer.
can't
He was
figure
just
it
the
out.
pal.
You can't
It
disclose
all
was
comes
the
back
bit.
to Elon Musk.
All I'm saying is, like,
He's the guy.
People
Dude,
think he's
there
like the
is-
smartest man in the world, right?
Ooh.
There's at least
You're
one
right.
person.
That's a whole-
And like
That's a-
he's been married to Grimes.
Yeah, but Alan Watts
twice.
was talking about how like
Twice.
I didn't know that.
you know, this was before even computers. I don't know when he was giving these lectures, but it had to be like the 90s, I feel like.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, computers were a thing.
Yeah, they were the thing,
They were
but
out
they
there.
weren't nearly as like insane as they are now.
Oh,
Like the
sure.
idea of a simulation to a person in the 90s would be way more
Yeah, but they had the internet
outlandish.
in the 90s.
Did they?
Yeah.
Huh. When did it? Yeah.
I want to say it was made in like 85, but it was like just for the government, right? Probably.
Oh yeah, true.
And then-
Just for the government.
Yeah, and then I think in the next 10 years, so like between 85 and 95 probably,
Yeah.
became a thing.
Yeah. But like, so he was like what, like 80s and 90s giving these lectures, and you're like,
Twice,
yeah, they had
dude.
computers
Twice in the
and stuff,
same
yeah,
decade.
yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
fucking Christ.
So-
Yeah,
Grimes
you're
of
definitely
all
right.
people.
Like,
Get the
She's
fuck out.
grimy, dude.
Right, right.
And he's musky.
But he was talking about like how pictures
Grimes and
are
Musk.
just a recreation of like that moment, and
The
that's
fuck
what they're
kind of
for,
signature
to,
is that?
Kind of like
Fuck this
see
guy.
that moment and remember it and kind of relive it or live through it in a way. And then television comes along and it's like, oh, that's even more like what this is what we're experiencing is like, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, then how do we advance? Like it's just like, and then video games is like you're actually doing it, so
And
it's
that's
almost
just what
even
we're
more.
watching.
Yeah, it's just what we're watching, but like, so video games, like you even have your own, you get to make your own decisions, you know,
Yeah.
as opposed to television or movies where you're just watching what happens. In video games, it's like an even more in-depth, like recreation of what
Yeah.
life is like.
Damn.
So at some point,
It's like
why
Alan
wouldn't
Watts.
people just
Yeah.
want to recreate
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, no, that's like basically
Oh, yeah.
VR right there.
Yeah, and then at some point they're just going to connect it to
Yeah,
your
no,
brain so it
I'm
just
so kinda
feels like you're
curious,
actually in it. And then, I don't know if you've ever read Pendragon before.
have
Pyramid? Yeah, I have not.
Yeah, I wanna hear
They just
There's
have a
12
pyramid
books of
and the whole
Pendragon.
For real?
town goes to shit because everybody just wants to live through the period. Like the pyramid, and they're all in simulations and they get fed through tubes. And then
Oh
they're
damn!
all,
It's like fucking Matrix.
yeah.
Who knew Pendragon was about the Matrix?
The-
You give
the-
us.
I swore it was about a dragon.
Damn, dude.
I've never read it.
How did we get here from dogs, dude? How did we get here?
I mean, Pendragon's probably a dog, right?
I like this
There's a
part.
couple of dogs.
Yeah. There's,
No, it's a dragon.
yeah. No, well, it's like a dragon. But it's like a pet.
I'm trying to
Pet
walk
dragon?
it backwards.
No, Pendragon is.
A pet dragon.
That's not what it's about.
Pen,
at
yeah,
all.
but yeah, I don't know. It's just like.
It sounds like pet
Yeah,
dragon.
That's
kinda-
the only-
kinda
Is that
catchy.
what? Is that really?
Really?
Pet dragon? Pendragon.
I don't think it's weird. I think we've come far enough in this. How long have we got? 24 minutes, dude.
There are
I mean,
I mean, you gotta pull.
there are
something.
7 books of Narnia where he covers the birth and death of a nation. You know how many? You know how many books of this big ass red dog there
I'm
are?
gonna wrap this up for now. If
You
that's
know how many
cool
books
with
of Pendragon there are?
you. I appreciate you
Yeah,
12.
coming on for this one.
He only needed one,
Come
probably.
Maybe. Even.
He says the word gingerly multiple times. Yeah, he like.
Does a dragon talk?
There's no dragons.
Oh.
Yeah, his last name is.
I did hear
his
that.
His name is Bobby. I did hear that. His name is Bobby Pendragon. And that's the whole thing. It's just like a catchy name. So I guess they made that the title. But yeah, I mean, it's a crazy. It is kind of. I liked it as a kid. But it's like when the author is writing, all he would do, like, he would like have a word that he liked that he would like to say, and then he would like, you would see it again like 5 times.
That's annoying.
But so
that's poor.
Well,
writing.
on one hand, it is poor writing. However, when you're like a 6th grader reading this book, it's like, okay, like now I fully know what that word means, basically, because it's like, he used it multiple times. So yeah, that was the end of that episode. I think hopefully
it's a strong ending.
I would say so. And the funny thing is, like, I did this. We were doing this now because we were gonna like tie up all the loose ends, but we pretty much did them. It's just the fact that there wasn't much substance to begin with. to just, you know what the substance was? It was weed.
There's a little bit of a whiskey drink, a vodka drink.
A whisk of whiskey. Oh yeah, we did have whiskey then.
Drink a whiskey drink.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Really, it's tub thumping.
Tub thumping? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of one Chubbawamba?
I'll take one Chubbawamba, please. He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a cider drink. He drinks a lager drink. Dude, that's like, they do it in the right order too, because liquor before beer, you're in the clear. So they go whiskey, vodka, cider. Which is an interesting one to throw in.
Yeah, I don't know if you should. If you're going for a night of drinking, that's sugary as hell.
Cider?
Yeah.
I mean, well, if you're drinking like a whiskey drink, he calls it a whiskey drink, so they probably put like Coke in that too, you know.
Fair.
Yeah, so there's already, I mean, when you're drinking, you kind of just got to ignore sugar.
Yeah.
What you should do the day before, if you know you're going to drink, like every Wednesday, I know I'm going to have to get, because they have liquor pitchers, but they make them with like Gatorade and like shit like that. Yeah, so it's like, well, I know I'm going to be drinking a lot of sugar when I'm drinking tonight. And then, so that kind of like takes if you don't eat sugar all day or like try to avoid it, it kind of takes the anxiety of like drinking a bunch of sugar while you're blacked out or something.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think we covered it all. I mean, yeah.
No, you're not wrong though. There wasn't much substance
there, but I think this commentary helped a lot.
Yeah, no, I think it almost turns it into a good
almost good
good conversation.
Yeah, we gotta do one. You wanted to do one on postmodernism, right?
Yeah.
At some point, so you gotta like research that so we can actually like have a conversation about that.
Yeah.
Or unless you already know enough about it.
I don't know. I read a book. I read half of a book. Like, a couple months ago, and then school started like ramping up, so I didn't finish it, but I still have the book.
Right, so I bet if you finish it, then you'll be prepared.
But I feel like I don't know, I could finish it, or I feel like I got all I was gonna get out of the book.
Give or take. That's the point of talking about postmodernism, because it's not even worth talking about.
Damn, I think we just did it.
We did the whole
2 episodes in one, right?
Two in one. 2 stoned birds in one. I don't know.
No, we should definitely do an episode on Elon Musk, because fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck. See, yeah. So in between when we stopped, we did a little in betweener while we were listening to that, and he went off on a tangent about it, and it was interesting and insightful on the life of Elon Musk. But that's, it is a whole tangent, so that we don't really need it. Just, you should know, I didn't think fuck it Elon Musk before, but now I think fuck it Elon Musk for sure.
Convinced.
Yeah, I've been swayed. All right. Anything else? You gonna plug your books and shit, dude? That's actually a cool Instagram. You should be proud of that, man.
Thanks.
Like, yeah, because like you do really in-depth interviews. So it's like an Instagram page. Where you...
Yeah, I just like review certain books. I don't put all of the ones I read on there, because some of the books I read are like not embarrassing, but like I just don't have much to say about.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I was thinking the other day how like reading, to me, it's like once you get to like a certain level of it, or like you can just like read a book easily, or like the author maybe, then like you can kind of just like space out while you're still reading, and like you have the story, but then you also have like the ideas that the story like bring to you, and like the memories, typically, exactly. And so like I don't know, it's just like crazy how you can like so like
it's almost like TV though. You get after you watch a show so far, it's like you kind of know the major points of it, so you like watch another episode and you get high for it, and you exactly. You kind of space in and out of it. But that's cool. It's still like a flow with reading. I feel like you're actively, even if you're spacing out, you're actively spacing out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes it's just like you'll read like a page or two and it's all gone. Like you have to go back, or don't,
because you got them. Where he's
you
going
got the gist of it. No. So I just like read books a lot and then review them on there. But
dude, the thing with books is like if you can get to the end of the book. You spent a lot of time reading that book, and you could be like, that was shit.
Yeah.
That was a shit book.
Yeah, no, that's real unfortunate.
Yeah, so that's why I like yours, is because like if I ever like wanted, well, I do read, but not nearly as much as you do, and I read like books that are specific to my industry or whatever to like learn. But if I wanted to like sit down and had time to like read other books, it's like I could go to your page.
Yeah, just find out what's...
Yeah, like look like a title or like something that looks cool, and then what it's about, because you do cover. It's almost like a summary, but you don't really give anything away.
Yeah, I give like
what you can get out of it.
Yeah,
is what I really.
Yeah, I
like.
try to just give a little bit to like, so like you're interested somewhat in a book, if you should be, you know, or if like it catches your interest.
Yeah.
And then also just like what it made me feel and like how, like what I got out of the book, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay, so if I read that, I don't know. That's why I like it.
Well, thanks, dude.
Yeah, and a lot of the books you review, I mean, like you said, they're the ones worth reviewing.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like they're the good ones. They're
Yeah.
the cream of the crop. And, yeah. How many books do you think you read on average, like per month?
Per month? It varies for sure, because like during school I can't read as much.
Right.
But I write them down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I looked today. I'm trying to finish a book today. It might not happen, but I'm up to like 57, 58 for the year.
Damn.
So I don't know what that average is.
I mean, that's one a week, dude.
Damn, you're right.
Basically.
Sure.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if you
it's,
can do better next year.
Do better next.
Do better, dude. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
and it's books and shite.
Books and shite,
on
no spaces.
Instagram.
How do you spell shite?
SHITE. Shite.
Yeah, books N, and it's just
N.
books and
N.
shite.
The number N.
The number.
Shite.
All right, good shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you're my turkey.
You're my turkey.